Next up is Luke Lamour, followed by Marisabel Huarca, followed by Curtis Anderson.
Thank you very much. So, hello, my name is Lamour. I will be representing Kids Court Academy and my school of Amity Regional High School. And with that, I'd like to begin. Honorable Senators of the Government Administration and Elections Committee, if we ought to protect the rights of citizens on a national scale, recognizing the importance of upholding those rights on the scale of the states is essential. The question that we are fundamentally faced with today is whether or not it is worthwhile to continue that pursuit regarding the rights of Americans who persevere with disabilities, and to expand upon the rights of the Americans with Disabilities Act further in our great state of Connecticut. And on that question, I am proudly in support of Senate Bill 1514. Now, the impact of passing this bill, in my eyes, is twofold. On the matter of increasing our reputation as a state of democracy and inclusion, and on the other, of increasing voter efficiency and administration. On this matter of how it expands our reputation as a state of democracy and inclusion, there is many tangible benefits to voting as there are symbolic implications. On the basis of what this bill represents, it represents a further enforcement of the long-fought battle in order to ensure that the Americans with disabilities can secure their rights. And ultimately, it's a foundation that we have fought for. In fact, the original ADA legislation introduced in 1988 was facilitated by Connecticut Senator Lowell Weicker. And ultimately, that would set the framework for the groundwork that we see today that's gradually improving our society. So I see that continuing our legacy as a state that continues to promote voting accessibility is simply what we are ingrained to do to expand our identity. And on this matter of increasing voter efficiency, we ultimately oversee that according to the United States Election Systems Commission and Rutgers University, 14% of voters with disabilities report difficulties while casting their ballots. This is ultimately a relevant issue because the issues of accessibility and time, those are issues that subtly help to harm our voter turnout. And ultimately, by implementing laws that help to make voting much more convenient and help to institute more regulations for curbside voting, all of those regulations, including SB 1514, that helps to carry out legislation that serves as a framework for future accommodations. And with that, I am ready to stand for any questions. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your testimony. Questions from the committee? Seeing none, I just have one for you, which is, first a statement I'll give, which is that testimony was excellent and very well delivered. And a credit to you and Kids Court Academy. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit about your experience with the Academy and how it's impacted you and how you view our democracy and your participation in it.
Yeah, thank you. So as far as my history with the Kids Academy, I started in 2023, and we are particularly focused on this idea of public accommodations and how that impact stretches throughout our societies on a local, state, and national level. And I think that idea is fundamentally what has helped me to increase the faith in our democracy, that we have the capacity to introduce bills, to support bills, and in public hearings such as these that you and this entire committee has facilitated, we have the capacity in order to relay our opinions on what are the issues with public accommodations, what are the injustices, why do they exist, and how can we stifle those injustices in order to improve our society and preserve our democracy. And with that, I believe that I highly appreciate this opportunity. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much for that answer. You may have mentioned it in your initial testimony, and I apologize if this question is impertinent, but how old are you, sir?
I am 15 years old. I'm currently a sophomore at Amity Regional High School.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your testimony. It was very persuasively given, and a great credit to you. And maybe we'll see you here someday. Just don't run. I just don't run against me or my colleagues here. That's just it's your right, but just a polite request.
Yeah, I hope to see you in the future.
Thank you very much.